guys, it's Dr. Bolt at Long Neck Chiropractic here. I want to again thank you very much for checking out our video. You know, we've been continuing our talk about the difference between back care versus health care. And I think it's a very interesting and very important distinguishing point between the two. We're going to try to wrap it up this week. So it was interesting, in preparation for this talk, I started doing a little bit of research. And the father of modern medicine has been attributed to a guy named Hippocrates. He was a physician in Greek and Roman days. And what he found that there seemed to be a relationship between impinged or affected spinal nerves and dysfunction of the body organ systems. What he did at that time was he used to take clay and he would paint clay down the person's spine. And wherever the clay would dry the faster, he believed that there was some sort of alignment problem. And after he would make a little rude or rudimentary adjustment or manipulation, the person's health would return. So he was actually charged with the saying, look to the spine for the cause and the cure of all ailments. 1895, a physician from Iowa, Dr. B.J. Palmer, discovered that the delicate nerves that exit between adjacent vertebrae supply information to all the different tissues, organs, and cells of the body. Misalignments in the spine, which he termed subluxations, would disrupt that messages traveling from brain to body or body back to the brain, resulting in dis-ease and sickness, and eventually disease. They found that the weight of a dime compressing a spinal nerve reduces that nerve's ability to carry messages 70%. So as such, they also found that you have to have about 75 to 80% of the nerve affected before you start developing symptoms. So when we see patients come into our office, they say, Doc, how can you find my problems in my spine? Most times we don't need x-ray, sometimes we do. What I'm able to do is I'm able to take a look at the spine. I know anatomically, after my 8 years of college education, I know what it's supposed to look like. I know the muscles that are attached to them and how they function. I know the movements of the spine, subtle and gross movements. I also can tell where there's muscle spasm, stiffness, fibrosis, things like that. I can find spacing issues. And by having the spine move in certain positions, I can tell where the joints are locked up. Like Hippocrates found in Greek and Roman days, that the spine seemed to be the underlying cause for most health problems. So what I'm able to do is we're able to locate where there's areas of inflammation, pain, tenderness, warmth, lack of proper movement, restore normal movement, allowing the body then to communicate with the brain, and the brain to communicate with the body, and then the body functions the way it was designed, in perfect harmony. When I was in chiropractic college, we dealt with this topic that was called homeostasis. And homeostasis means balance of the body. And so your body is trying to maintain itself in balance, whether it's a blood pressure, blood sugar, food you ate, things like that. Your body's trying to deal and adapt with it. Most of the stuff is done automatically or autonomically, all controlled by the nervous system. So if you're fortunate enough to have some sort of pain ache or something, that's great. Many people have underlying problems that they're never going to feel until they're really, really far down the road, like cancer, for example. Horrible condition. Oftentimes they don't find cancer until it's stage 4 or beyond. So what I try to interest my patients is not only we want to help you feel better as quickly as possible, but what I'm very concerned about is I want to make sure that every vertebra is in its best position possible, allowing for perfect communication between the brain and the body, allowing the body to express health the way it's supposed to. We'll try to get you feeling better as quickly as possible, but we want to get you healing better. So back care versus health care, you could see where I'm leaning towards. Chiropractic is the #1 leader in healthcare today. Check our website out next week for a little more information.